Now that Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is officially out in theaters and marks the very end of the Skywalker saga that started back in 1977, a lot of fans around the world have been very curious and excited about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, 2020 is going to be a very important year this year, of course, because it is going to be the very beginning of this new Star Wars universe, this brand new expanded universe, just like how with what happened at the very end of Return of the Jedi, where sometime later they developed a new EU at that point in time to explore new characters in the forms of other pieces of canon material. Now, on top of all of this, we do know that Disney and Lucasfilm are crafting all of these different ideas for movies, TV series, books, novels, video games, graphic novels. I mean, the list goes on. And this is all going to be a part of the new Star Wars universe and a part of this new expanded universe, if you will, that's going to borrow many elements from Star Wars Legends and will also be really kind of giving us a lot of nods to what was already done in the old expanded universe. I don't know if you guys have been following, but Disney has a plan in place in order to retell many of the old stories of the old EU back in the 90s and the early 2000s. Not that long ago, before Disney bought out Lucasfilm back in 2012, when everything was pretty much, rewritten and erased, or if you will, and where they had to create a new expanded universe. Now, on top of all of this, what's rather intriguing has all to do with the secret Skywalker, a brand new Skywalker coming into existence sometime later next year of course, 2021. Now, it's explained that right now, both Disney and Lucasfilm are developing the new Star Wars universe by borrowing many elements from Star Wars Legends and retelling those stories through their very own eyes. It's explained that Lucasfilm has a big plan to create a library's worth of Star Wars stories in the forms of books, novels, comics, video games, movies, and even TV series on Disney Plus that will explore these new stories. One big plan that Lucasfilm is said to have is introducing a brand new Skywalker that has never before been seen in the current canon, and that Disney and Lucasfilm are currently developing this secret Skywalker that will be connected to the Skywalker family in a surprising way. Now, it's said that this is a part of their big plan to create a brand new expanded universe, to tell brand new stories of familiar and new characters, and that this is a new Skywalker that will be introduced to fans sometime next year, a part of their new Star Wars universe. It's said that Lucasfilm and Disney are in negotiations of telling a series of stories of the tragedy of Luke Skywalker's family, or expanding off of the Rey Skywalker lineage that will bring the Skywalkers into an entire new generation, a part of a brand new Jedi Order. However, Lucasfilm has not come to the final decision as of yet on if the new Skywalker should be associated with Luke or associated with Rey at some point in time in the future. Now, this secret Skywalker that is in development is going to be Disney's version of continuing the Skywalker bloodline, just like with what happened in the old EU after Return of the Jedi with the introduction of Luke Skywalker's family, such as his son, Ben Skywalker, that many fans enjoyed over the years in the 1990s and the early 2000s. So let's go over a couple of parts about this and as to why this is yet very exciting and quite worrisome at the same exact time. Now, if you guys have seen my spoilers review of The Rise of Skywalker, you will know that I really am not a fan of the whole Rey Skywalker thing. I'm really not. I'm sure that a lot of fans will disagree with me on that. That's fine. If you guys like the whole Rey Skywalker thing, that is perfectly fine. But that is one of the big problems that I had with Episode 9, was with how the entire title, The Rise of Skywalker, in and on itself, had nothing to do with Anakin or Luke Skywalker, and it only had to do with Rey, basically. Now, sure, there was a small thing there where, yes, the meaning of the title had to do with Ben Solo being referred to as the last Skywalker by Palpatine. He gets thrown into the pit, and then he rises out of the pit. So sure, the Rise of Skywalker has two different meanings, but it's mostly associated with Rey. Now, back to the new Skywalker here. This secret Skywalker that Lucasfilm is actually developing is said to be their version of continuing the Skywalker bloodline. Not just with Rey, but also with a brand new one. Now, this is either going to be Luke Skywalker's family as a tragedy, or they're also trying to decide on whether or not this should have something to do with Rey Skywalker continuing the Skywalker bloodline by finding a love interest and really kind of just continuing that Skywalker name and legacy to propel itself into the future and into this new Jedi Order. So they're stuck between those two decisions. Should it be the tragedy of Luke Skywalker's family, or if it's going to be associated with pretty much continuing with the Rey Skywalker lineage? Now, the thing here is this. There's a lot of people that believe that Ben Solo, when he was actually healing Rey, that there's a possibility that she could have became pregnant during that process of when Ben Solo, brought life into her and, was resting his hand on top of her stomach. A lot of people are leading to believe that that could actually have something to do with this, of how Disney and Lucasfilm are trying to expand the Skywalker lineage into something new and different. So with that being said, guys, I would really love to hear what each and every one of you guys have to say about this new Skywalker that Lucasfilm is currently developing that will be unveiled sometime in 2021. Again, very interesting. I mean, the fact that we're able to witness a new EU being created by our very own eyes is a very interesting thing for sure. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.